Was Russia as a country something you were concerned about? Was it sort of this looming monster? Was it something you thought about? And what were your views? What were the views
Yes.
of other Ukrainians?
For me, Russia was an enemy because, like, I believe that many Ukrainians share that opinion that we were not just like naturally part of Soviet Union, but we were actually occupied by Soviet Union. We had a short spell of independence, 1917, 1922, and later, first one half of Ukraine was occupied by Soviets, and then the other half in 1939. And this period, especially these first decades of communist regime, turned very dramatic and very bloody for Ukrainians. We've lost millions of people and in Holodomor. We realize they disrespect private property, and Ukrainians are very much about private property, getting something, building something, developing something. And many people realized it's not the country they want to live in, but Stalin has turned on his terror machine, and there was no option to escape it. And today we communicate on this special day, the 9th of May, when Russia marks Victory Day. Most of the world celebrates it on the 9th, on the 8th of May, the day before. And I belong once again to a very large number of Ukrainian people not spoiled by Soviet propaganda, who realized that Second World War perhaps should have continued after the fall of the Nazi regime until the fall of the communist regime. And many smart military men were talking about that. But the world was tired, was exhausted of war. And to some extent, many Eastern European countries like Ukraine, like Poland, like Baltic countries were sacrificed. And we just switched from one danger to another. And the number of victims of communist regime is really huge too. So we had like Soviet Union had a policy of this forced migration of people, and there were lots of Russians and various leading positions in Ukrainian institutions, hospitals, I don't know, universities, and they have always demonstrated very chauvinistic, very arrogant behavior, not wanting to learn the language, assimilate, mocking Ukrainian pronunciation, I don't know, anything. So since childhood, I've known such people. They were living, they were working with my parents, and I disliked that. Of course, it was not like hatred or something, but I knew that Russians are like that. Russians are negative towards Ukraine. They like jokes about Ukrainians. They disrespect. They still, even after the fall of the Soviet Union, they still feel this is their zone of influence. And I personally hate this phrase. What zone of influence, right? And so for me, knowing like that our troubles with Russia began like 3 centuries ago in the times of Russian Empire. So for me, it was definitely a country I don't like.